We're going to speak a lot about her numbers straight away. In just 6 innings, she has scored 319 runs, averaging 106.33 with a strike rate of 126. And that matters the most. With the kind of strike rate that she maintains, it's bringing a different value altogether. Quite good under control, 4 out of 5 deliveries. One more to complete this over, having quite a good comeback from the bowler, Dashna. That goes between the fielders as the outfield supports, and that eventually will never go for the boundary, but will be getting a couple of runs in the board. 3 to end the over, that's 10 for no loss. Bit a positive over in the first over. We've seen that one shot she tried to play through the covers. That intent matters a lot. With the dynamic growth of T20 format, we've seen this happening quite a bit regular times. That the batters trying to find aerial route in the first over itself. Seems like time for some revolution. Yostri with the ball. She's hiding the ball behind. And that's quite good control for the very first delivery. And she is getting off the mark straight away. Now for the very first time in today's game, Gauri Satya is facing her first delivery. Short ball offered, went into the back foot. Couldn't create much width over that. Speaking about introducing the spinners in the power play, after a long-term tradition in Test T20 format. And there have been weird predictions about this format. When this format was in action in 2006 and 2008, we thought that spin bowling is going to die because of T20 format. But the way how the spinners have adapted throughout this format have been quite impressive to watch out for. We've seen spinners being used in the power play. We've seen spinners being used in the death overs. That's the kind of improvisation you could make in a game of cricket. End of the day, it's all about the mind game that you're going to play. And she's having long on in position, deep square leg in position. Yostri. As you could see, a bit of extra bounce over that. Even cover of grass in the middle when it comes to Star Cricket Ground, Chennai. One of the iconic venues to watch the game of cricket, play the game of cricket. The vibe that it provides is a wholesome experience. And speaking about this condition specifically, having even cover of grass in the middle of the wicket. So if you try to bowl good length or back of length, you could eventually get a bit of extra bounce. Wonderful delivery and played it through the covers, and cheeky singles in control. These calculative measures are going to help them a lot in the second innings. Every run is important when it comes to T20 format. And you're going to speak a lot about this. It's nature. And everyone knows Chennai is hot and humid conditions. That's going to offer a lot for the spinners just because of the natural breakdowns of cracks. Whereas end of the day, the waterings have been done quite good. It's been a typical Chennai weather today. Wonderful delivery again, but unlucky as she leaks a bit of runs behind. Quite good under control. Good control over the 2 overs completed, 15 overs. Operating in one end with the pacer and the other end with the spinner. It's two-way approach, and again Dashna is bowling round the wicket, having a long on in position. Only one fielder outside the 30-yard circle. Continuing with what we're speaking about, the natural assistance that Chennai provides for the spinners have been quite dominant comparing to the fast bowlers. And that's been the regular story in these cities' grounds, but this have been watered well. Condition looks fresh and the surface looks fresh. So in power play, the fast bowlers will always get something to purchase. Especially with this grass cover, the extra bounce is going to offer something for them. And the batters with good cross-batted shots will also enjoy. But again, operating with the spinner on the other end will shows the kind of caliber that Queen of Kollihills were having. They believe in their spinners and operating with their regular game plan despite of the conditions assistance. And they've played 6 matches here. They know what needs to be done. Good shot over the long mid-off fielder, and that's been good control. A wonderful stroke making, calculated risk. Provides one more boundary. Srinidhi proves that she could perform well in big matches too. Have been maintaining wonderful numbers, averaging 100 plus in a T20 tournament, and just 6 matches, 300 plus runs with a strike rate of 128. That shows the dominance that she had shown in this tournament, and she is the leading run scorer, obviously. The beauty of these stroke makings is Srinidhi is batting as straight as possible. The target regions are covers and mid-off. That shows that calculated risk that she is taking. You have to focus on the run rate, but at the same time you could not take so much of risk in the power play. And straight away trying to take that single, not getting carried away with the boundary she scored. I've seen a lot of tournaments happening in this venue, especially with this Iron Lady every year by Masters Cricket Club. Wonderful delivery from Dashna. Just placing at the right regions and having your wicketkeeper slightly behind the stumps will control the batter from expressing herself full. Another one through the covers. One more time, one more outfield. And this time the fielder stops the ball, but will be getting a couple of runs on the board. I really love this brand of cricket from Srinidhi. Continues out to bat. One more, just a little bit of width offwards. She'll try to take on the bowler. That's the way how you should show the intent at the right point of time. It's not about watching the ball and going for big shots. It's about watching the ball and finding opportunities to score runs. It starts from 1 and ends with 6. Another wonderful delivery. And Anita is trying to manipulate the batter. And shuffling of bowlers is happening here. They're trying to use spinners a lot in the game. Just bowling at the right regions to control the batter. On the other hand, the only role of Gauri Satya would be trying to rotate the strike and giving it back to Srinidhi, who is in very good form. And one thing that I'm looking as a pattern in sport cricket is that Srinidhi have scored a lot of runs for them. It creates responsibility. And also on the other hand, we didn't have much of solid performance from the other batters. They have contributed a lot. What if Srinidhi couldn't perform well in semi-final or final? That the team must be ready with that kind of approaches too. If something happens, this batter will cover that void that's in the air. Trying to play the sweep shot, couldn't get much connection over there. Gauri Satya. That brings the end of this over. 29 for no loss, spot cricket. Trying to play it through the covers, picks the gap. This ball after the ball. Both the batters were trying to find the areas to score runs on the board. The positive intent that creates a wonderful vibe for them in the fresh morning. That's 30 for no loss. With a run rate of 7.20. That's the kind of approach that modern day cricket is adapting nowadays. We spoke a lot about the advantage that spinners started taking in the game. And similarly, the kind of approach that the batters, when it comes to batters like Suryavanshi, we've seen for Rajasthan Royals yesterday, had scored a century, a 14-year-old.
Hey guys.
Puts the gap and placement looks out to be perfect. Continues out over there. They both love their brand of cricket. It's a wonderful morning here at Star Cricket Ground. Just triggers the right vibe. Offered a bit of width, and that's been placed between the point fielders. Excellent stroke making, gets the boundary, and this time it comes from the willow of Gauri. Beautiful stroke making, just keeping things under control. Look at the placement as both the fielders chasing down the ball, but couldn't get much control over there. That's the kind of stroke making you must do. Wait for your ball and place it at the right placement. Continues out to bowl Darshana. Her third over this have been. And just bowling right off the ball. I could see class of perfection from both the cricketers. From Darshana, Gauri and Srinidhi. All three of them have providing the right class of cricket. It's all about the way how you're going to hold up the patience, how long you're going to try with that. As you could see, at some point of time, Darshana is bowling really well at the good length areas, and at some point of time, these short balls are offering them to score runs on the board. Look at that. One more time, this time misfield, and as it goes, and this outfield will offer the boundary. Perfection comes in control. Gauri Satya just taking back a look at that shot. This has been a bit of short ball offered, and look at that. She went into back foot and slices it. And that misfield came out of syllabus. Excellent stroke making. One more time. Five overs completed, 39 for Nolas.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S.
Continues out to bowl Anita over the wicket. One more time, little bit of short ball offered. I think there must be extra bit of flight, extra bit of pushing onto the hard length so that they could keep things under control. As long as you push the batters to come forward, there'll be a lot of opportunities to get some purchase. This shows a clear view of that wicket. It's tempting to see more of grass is covered. The key factor is it's not dry grass, it's green grass. It's been watered perfectly, it's been heavy, so that won't get dried that easily. And this is going to offer something for the fast bowlers. Wonderful use of the wrist as it goes past the mid-wicket fielder. And it eventually reaches the boundary ropes. So one more boundary for Srinidhi. A little bit of risky stroke making, but yes. You gotta give kudos to Anita. I'll say this is the right length you have to bowl. Just adjust the line. You could get the wicket of a big push. One more time through the cover. Beautiful stroke makings. These kind of stroke makings shows the kind of class that every batter holds. Just taking back a look at that shot. Look at that. Look at the running between the wickets. The moment she struck the ball, she started running. These are the little adaptations for the T20 format. And she has that consistency throughout the tournament, match after match. And whenever Anita is trying to bowl flatter, she's bowling a short ball that offers them to go for cut shot. As you could clearly see that happening. Just taking things under control. It's a wonderful delivery. You cannot come forward, you cannot go behind. That's the kind of length that could confuse the batter. Someone like Gauri Satya. And she is also finding her own ways to score runs in the middle. That's quite impressive to watch out for. Full toss offered. This time beats the fine left fielder. Wonderful placement. And that reaches the boundary ropes. One more boundary for Gauri Satya. As you could see the length offered. And she have taken it with full pleasure. Thank you so much, says Gauri Satya. And that's 50 up here for Spark Cricket. No loss, the kind of start that they would have expected. There is a reason behind these performances. Point number 1, it would be discipline. Point number 2, obviously, kind of temperament that these cricketers were having. That's why they didn't lost even a single match in this tournament. One more sweep shot. This time fielder in position, but couldn't stop that going for boundary. One more boundary. And this, Gauri Satya is very good in playing the sweep shots. Just look at that stretch. Look at that positioning. These cricketers will surely having bright future. 54 for no loss after power play.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, single-S is something that you'll always need. And do visit Grand Sports to get the best of single-S bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys,
That was a wonderful power play. Quite good dominance throughout the power play by Spark Cricket. And still Queen of Kollihills were trying to bring that one breakthrough that they were waiting for. Jayavashni, the new bowler, straight after the hydration break. She's with the bat as she's with the ball as both the batters are in their 20s. Good flighted delivery. Now the fielders could be expanded over the 30-yard circle. But I could still see a bit of attacking intent from Queen of Kollihills as they're having fine leg in position, mid-wicket inside the 30-yard circle. Short third man point covers mid-off inside the circle. Deep square leg and deep sweep cover. were in good control. These were like front and back conditions for Gauri Satya. One more flight to delivery. Quite good under control. This time it looks really good. This is what temperament lies over there. If the bowler is bowling really good delivery, just respect the good balls and try to rotate the strike and spend some time on the non-strikers in. That's the best way to play a longer innings. Quite good under control. Have been wonderful bowling so far from Jayavashni. Just landing at the right regions, that matters a lot. This is her bowling style. Look at that. That flight matters a lot. That deceives the batters. And sometimes it tempts the batters to go for big shots. Just keeping things under control. One more to complete this over. Have been quite good under control. Another flighter delivery that gets a bit of leading edge. Good start from the fielder. Have taken good control. Dot ball to end the over. This is that extra flight offered the leading edge. Fell short of the fielder.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done.
Seven for no loss. So for the change of bowling, 7 gave much of hope here for Queen of Kollihills. They were still working on that first breakthrough. And speaking about this tournament, this is Iron Ladies season number 8, a successful season number 8 by Masters Cricket Club, providing a lot of opportunities for growing women cricketers. For the past 6 to 7 years, the growth of women cricket have been phenomenal. We've seen a lot of miracles happen. We've seen women IPL coming in, and a lot of opportunities for the girls to perform in big stages. And this is one among those stages where we've seen plenty of cricketers, women cricketers from different corners of the state. Queen of Kollihills, a team from Royal, that's full toss delivery offer. Finds the fielder on deep square, a good stop over there. Speaking about the geographical identification of this tournament, and obviously a team from Tirunelveli, down south of Tamil Nadu, and a team from Hosur, almost at the Karnataka border. Queen of Kollihills, obviously a few teams from Chennai city. So this offers a variety of experience to different cricketers of different regions of the state. And that's the regular motto of Masters Cricket Club when it comes to this Iron Lady Trophy. One more flighter delivery. I love the way how Jnanapriya is bowling. Past couple of overs have been quite good under control, and that's good running between the wickets too. Quarterfinal number 2, the quarterfinal number 1 went on to be a thrilling encounter for Hosur, where they have won the game by boundary count, in fact. That's quite impressive to hear. Full toss delivery again. This time beats the mid-wicket fielder as the fielder chases down the ball. And this becomes a real pressure for the bowlers when they try to flight the ball more. That eventually becomes full toss that offers a bit of space for the cricketers to perform. When Smiling Pearls, one of the experienced sides, took on Hosur, that went on to be even battle for both the sides. 89 and 89 by both the sides. By boundary count, Hosur have won the game and they have been promoted for the semi-final. Big shot! That is the fielder in position. couldn't get much elevation over there. This is the right lengthy ball on good running between the wickets anyway. This was that shot. She didn't get much of elevation that she was looking for, but the intent was right in my point of view. As both the batters have said, Srinidhi is into her 30s. Now, there are a lot of batters waiting in the dugout to perform, so you could express yourself, you could shift up the gears to the next level. One more time, this time through the covers. As no fielders in position to stop that. And that eventually goes over the boundary ropes. Welcome boundary this time from Gauri Satya. Beautiful placement that matters a lot. I think this brand of cricket will always be appreciated. You have to attack, but that doesn't mean you have to find the aerial route all the time. Cap and smash it hard, as flat as possible. And Janapriya's a gutsy bowler despite of what she had conceded so far. She's fighting the ball again and again. That matters a lot. This time, an opportunity for the breakthrough. And that fell short of 4 fielders. Unfortunately, I think Gauri Satya's desperate in shifting up the gears. Look at that. Every time she sees the bowler flighting the ball, she tries to go for the big shot. Don't find aerial routes. Just go for the flatted shots, grounded shots. End of 8 over 69 for no loss.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action.
Continues out to bowl Jayavashni. She have been quite good with her bowling in the first over, as both the spinners were trying to flight the ball more once the power play got completed. Still most of the fielders are standing inside the 30-yard circle, and there have been a lot of opportunities that Gauri Satya might lose her way in the middle with the kind of stroke makings that she was choosing. This was the previous over's last ball. Look at that. A complete cross-batted shot. She was not even reaches the length of the ball. Attacking intent will always be appreciated, but you should also know the consequences of it. Attack with the grounded stroke makings. Attack by going over the bowler's head. This kind of straight batted shots will always be appreciated. And that could provide you to play a longer innings. As long as Gauri stays in the crease, the run rate keeps on moving. And along with this solid cricketer Srinidhi, one more time she proves her worth. Sweeps it hard, and the placement looks out to be perfect. Boundary this time. This is the way to score boundaries. You waited for the right length, and this length have appreciated your stroke makings. In fact, it's a gift from Jayavashni. Take me for a boundary, and thank you so much, says Gauri Satya. Excellent stroke making. She couldn't stop that as it goes quick. If you scored boundaries in this way, there have been a long durability for the batter. I mean, playing at this level of cricket, playing for a very long time should also be appreciated. Good stop at the deep. You gotta check whether that is a boundary or not. This was a short ball offered, and that's been pulled very well. And that's the space where her foot was landed. Couldn't get the clear vision of it. So far 6 runs coming off this over. Speaking about the intent, look at that, 77 for no loss in 8.4 overs. The run rate moves to 8.88. As long as the partnership increases, the run rate gradually increases. You need not to do anything desperately. Just wait for the right balls and punish it. Single to end the over. That's 78 for no loss.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice touch.
One more over for the first half of the first innings. And look at the view. When you to play the game of cricket, that wicket, the freshness. Fresh summer morning in Chennai means cricket. It always meant cricket. Continues out to Priya. This is good way of approaching things under control as she's trying to play it straight. You could clearly see the different brand of cricket from different batters. Srinidhi is still trying to play it as straight as possible, whereas Gauri Satya is trying to lift up the gears. She's trying to go up with a different intent altogether. Played it through the covers as the fielder chases down the ball. That have been a wonderful stop at the deep. Will be getting a couple of runs on the board. Good control over there. The other thing would be strike rotation have been a big factor today, as both the batters have rotated the strike in a regular interval of time. That eases out the pressure from facing good deliveries. If the same bowler bowls onto the same batter with the right deliveries, one after the other, there will be more possibilities for them to pick that wicket. Full toss again. Just trying to keep things under control. We've been speaking about the initiatives taken by Master Cricket Club, Iron Lady, season number 8, as after the success of season number 7. They've been doing it year after year, every summer in Star Cricket Ground. But before that, that's a big shot. Extended her arms, but this time the intent have worked really well. But she had scored a boundary in the mid-wicket region. Not the right length from Priya. She had bowled a full toss delivery. That's been taken for granted. Look at that. She tried it to play it as late as possible. That's the secret of her success. Wonderful placement from Gauri Satya. And look at the numbers. 41 of just 25 balls. As being an opener, she's trying to dominate this innings. One more. A little bit risky stroke makings. I still see a little bit of loophole in Gauri Satya's batting. If you flight it and bowl at the right length, she's just trying to play it with the cross bat, slog sweeps. Plays the right fielder, flight the ball, tempt the batter, you could get that wicket. But she is a different brand of cricket. Srinidhi, she's having a temperament. She's moulding herself for a long form cricket. Look at that. Played it through the covers, but fielder in position, and that's taken. That's the first breakthrough here. As Priya gets the first breakthrough. Intent was right, but the placement wasn't given much elevation for her. A flighted delivery, look at that. She tried to play it through the covers, but that reaches the sweeper cover fielder's hands. She was standing halfway, expecting that catch to happen. Wonderful field positioning. Priya gets her first wicket, and the first breakthrough is at 86 for 1. Spark cricket. And that is a wonderful innings from Srinidhi, 37 of 35 in quarterfinals. Little bit of disappointment. And the coach straight away is explaining what happened, what went wrong in that shot. Point number 1, you didn't reach the length of the ball. Point number 2, you couldn't get much elevation. Just go for the grounded shots, whatever. This shows the kind of disappointment where every time when Rohit Sharma scores a century, people will expect him to score the 200. I think she's such a kind of batter. She had scored a century in this tournament. She had scored 80 plus in this tournament. So with a batter with such caliber, the coach and the viewers and the team will always expect big numbers from her. Anyway, that's a wonderful innings, 86 for 1. Now Mintra in at number 3 for Spark Cricket.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice?
Squeezes it through the covers. Still in the crease, Gauri Satya. We've been speaking about that loophole that Gauri Satya shows. As long as the batter plays for a long time, you could get to know about a lot of secrets about that batter, where they are placing, which are all the regions that they're focusing on a lot. Now Mintra, the number 3 batter, to face her first ball. I think this seems to be the right placement for the number 3 batter. The platform was set. Trying to take control over that straightaway cross-batted shot. Gets up the mark with that single. The role definitions will be pretty clear. If a batter into her 40s, she have to be given more priorities. She have to be given a lot of strikes back. But she will take care on how to approach the innings. Halfway through the first innings, they were 89 for 1. From here, they could eventually make it to 180s too, if they bring up another good partnership in the game. Swing and a miss. I think Gauri Satya is desperately waiting for pace attack. A two-way spin attack, flighting ball after ball, that pushes her under pressure. Sometimes the temptation in a batter, that intent to go for the big shots, will always trigger you. But you have to be having that self-control that defines the quality of a good batter. Whether you are falling into the trap, whether you're going out of your control or not, whether you're getting tempted to go for the big shot or not, that doesn't mean you need not to go for a big shot. If you get a full toss, if you get a short ball, you can attack that. But for a very good delivery, you couldn't attack the deliveries. Grounded shots will always be appreciated. A wonderful over from Jayadashni, 90 for 1 after 11 Spark Cricket.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats.
Change of bowler. Atilla Pari, the new bowler. This eventually happens. Bowler number 6 is here. When things were not going in your control, you have to shuffle a lot of things. But what I personally believe is that the previous over have been quite decent, but they would have continued with Jnana Vashni, who picked up that wicket, who gave the right breakthrough. I couldn't understand this change of bowling at this point of time. But yes, pace bowlers are back. Now this is going to test the patience of this batter. How Gauri Satya is going to approach a pacer. Another one onto the cards. Couldn't get much extra bounce over that. There have been a bit of grass covers, but if you push the length, you could get the bounce. Offers are always been there. It's up to the kind of bowler's perceptions. Every pacer will be having different priorities, and they'll perform accordingly. As you could see, Netila Pari, Queen of Kollihills. And as time flows, this weather might impact the cricketers, as Chennai have always been known for its hot and humid weather. Typically that could provide a bit of advantage for Chennai cricketers, that they would regularly play in this kind of weather. They would regularly face these kind of hot and humid conditions. They know how to handle these humid conditions. They know how to hydrate themselves, and that's pretty much important. You couldn't consume all of your energy at the same time. Use it gradually throughout the 40 overs. It's quite good under control. Single dot ball, single dot ball. These middle overs have always been the overs for the bowlers. Whatever you do in the power play, whatever mistakes you do in the power play, you will always be given a second opportunity to correct it. From 7th over to 15th over, use more spinners, use more paces, whatever your strength. Use your strength to break break partnerships. So the T20 cricket have been practiced so far in the 15 years of the growth of T20 format. The middle overs have always been used to give a comeback despite of whatever happened in the power play. I'll say the next 2 to 3 overs is going to be a close call, and the fingers were going up. The moment we spoke about the expectations of a breakthrough, a little bit of miscommunication ends up as a breakthrough. This is how it happened. Good stop from the fielder. They should have thought before taking up that single. That's 92 for 2. Maitra, the batter, being dismissed. He just came in. Would have came in with a lot of expectations, but couldn't fulfill. The call was not given properly. And that's why we've been speaking about it regularly. You have to give your all-round performance in the middle overs. Despite of the power play being taken in full control by the batting side, if you ever want to give a comeback, this will be the right time. Secondary, see the new batter. Highest score 53. Minute number 4 for Spark Cricket. The next 3 to 4 overs is going to be crucial, especially for Queen of Kollihills. If they want to give comeback, this is going to be the phase that's going to provide a lot of breakthroughs. Just bringing up the right footwork. This brings up the discipline back. That's 12 overs, 92 for 2.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys,
continues to Kollihills history. 45 of 34 deliveries, Gauri Satya. Sweeps it hard and the placement looks out to be perfect. But with just a single. But wonderful stretch of knees. She's a suitable batter for these conditions. Look at that stretch. Positioning matters when it comes to sweep shot. And if you're having a bunch of spinners in attack, you have to play a lot of sweeps. Controlled sweeps. Moves into the back foot and gets off the mark with that single. Sukhanthishri just keeping things under control. They would have provided different field positioning to the new batter to put some pressure on the batter. So that brings back strike to the set batter, Gauri Satya, who's still having that positive intent despite of wickets falling on the other end. Now the entire unit will be expecting Gauri Satya to play throughout the 20 overs. And if she does so, that would provide the real caliber of a cricketer. Despite of whatever she scores, number comes second in these kind of games. Continues out to Kollihills. Flights the ball hard on one delivery. Hiding the delivery not to show what she is going to bowl to the batter. That many bowlers does. There is this bowler called Tim Bresnan from England, who used to throw the ball from left to right before delivering the delivery. I really love the backlift of Sukhanthishri. She looks like a multi-dimensional cricketer. She could play as an opener, she could play as a death batter. That backlift shows a different story. Look at that. A comfortable stance, comfortable base. Look at that backlift. She's in perfect positioning to go for any big shots, as well as these kind of cheeky singles. Couldn't go for the single. Good stop over there. Yeah. As long as Sukhanthishri stays in the crease, this is going to be a danger sign for them. And very few batters will stand like this. She's standing comfortably. Look at that. Look at her feet. The placement. And now UST again hides the ball. Nobody knows what she's going to deliver unless she releases the ball. Good single in control. That brings the end of this over. Just 5 runs coming off this over. 97 for 2 after 30.
hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single.
Look at that water bodies near the Star Cricket Ground. A fantastic venue and a spectacular viewpoints to watch the game of cricket. Look at that. This is one such iconic venues in Chennai with such good quality of pitch conditions. Oh, that beats the wicketkeeper, gets a couple of runs in the board. 2 is the call. Couldn't go for the second run. 47 Gauri Satya. Now all eyes on her off century in big stages like a quarter-final. Natila Pari continues to bowl. I really love the shuffling of these bowlers. I couldn't understand the formula that they are adapting, as things didn't go as of expected in the power play, so they were forced to do some changes. Some bowling shuffles obviously. Swing and a miss. But despite of that being happened, this shuffle of spinners and pacers in the middle have provided a different approach in T20 cricket. We've seen that happening quite a few times in T20 format. There were times when the captains have preferred the traditional format of 4 overs with 2 bowlers. And then captains like Gautam Gambhir, Owen Morgan, Rohit Sharma have started using 4 bowlers in first 4 overs. That's highly in the air. But fell short of the fielder, and that she overran, and that goes for the boundary. That 50 up here for Gauri Satya. 51 of 38 balls. Wonderful batting. Played with the composure throughout the game. Kudos to the batter. 8 boundaries on her name. And now this is going to be even more interesting battle to watch out for with the set batter in control. There's 2 more over for the death overs. She's smiling. That shows the kind of stamina that these kind of cricketers were having in hot and humid conditions in Chennai. She's still playing with the same discipline, same head position when it comes to technical terms. Goes over the bowler's head, and that makes the perfect positioning. 1 more boundary, takes the license and goes for the big shot. And this is going to be entertainment from here, ladies and gentlemen, from Gauri Satya. That's 100 up here. Look at that shot. Cross-butted shot, of course, but placement was perfect. Most safest regions in the ground. I could see the freshness on her face. She will surely play with the same energy for the next 7 overs that the team badly needs from her. And this act of batting will surely be appreciated, not getting carried away. I scored 2 boundaries, but still this is a good delivery. I'll go for a single. And 10 runs, 11 runs so far in this over. A positive way of capitalizing the momentum with having a set batter. Sukandari Sri will also get some time to get herself set in the game. Walks forward. Gets a single. Naturally, I started getting admired to her batting, Gauri Satya, trying to play a lot of sweep shots, and even the straight shot, you could see that she played with a complete grass bat, almost the signs of a sweep shot. Look at that. That's her strength of playing T20 cricket. And now in modern day cricket, there is no such restrictions that you have to play straight. You couldn't use your cross bat. As long as you score runs, nobody's going to put you under pressure. This time through the covers. 1 more boundary for Gauri Satya. And she's playing in some beast mode now. Look at that. The intent was to bowl that wide Yorker, but that went on to be a full toss delivery. 1 more cross batted shot. And 1 more time with the positive riffles. 1-1-3 for 2.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players budding TNPL and also IPL.
60 of 41 deliveries, Gauri Satya. Continues up the board. Yuvasri. That's smart cricket from Shikantishri. She knows what needs to be done at this point of time. There are times for Shikantishri to get herself in control. She was hit, but she is okay. Now let's come to this topic of speaking about the player score. In the overs of 7 and 15, they just lost 2 wickets with 1 more over to go. So they didn't lose much of wickets. In death overs, they'll be given much of license to express themselves. Oh, that's soft dismissal. Look at that celebrations. She's just keeping things simple, but something over there. But that's a wonderful innings coming to an end from Gauri Satya. She stood for the side right from the beginning, came as an opener, built an innings and played it until the 14th over. Soft dismissals, excellent performance, 60 of 42 deliveries. That reaction time is very low, look at that. Immediately her hands got onto the balls.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like
Now the new pattern, Ronin Radhika. Now it's time for Shukantishri to take things under control. 3 wickets in the middle overs, with 4 more to complete. Well, Yuvasri complete the middle overs with 1 more wicket. Got off the mark straight away, Ronin Radhika. Speaking about the projected score, 159 as it shows on the screen, but they could try more than that. 160s or 170s will also be possible right from here. Goes into the back foot, trying to place it between the field. A chance for the second run, and they're running back for the second run. Wonderful running between the wickets. Much of boundaries in this tournament, especially with Spark Cricket. They have scored a lot of runs, 190s, 170s. Every time when they bat first, they had a lot of winning edge. 5 out of that 6 games came by batting first, and they won all the 5 games. But yeah, this is going to be a different pressure altogether. So far they have handled the pressure really well, but not sure what's running on the thoughts of Queen of Kollihills. And the choice of bowling first. While bowling first, you might be getting tired, and batting second would be a real challenge. Even in the day games of IPL, you could see most of the teams preferring to bat first because of this thing. But yeah, every skipper will be having different approach. Every captain, every coach will be having different approach. That's end of 15, 1 on 8 for 3.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, it's some quality cricket. It's some.
Ending up into the death over, still going with spinners. Anita continues back into the attack. 0 for 24. Not that of a good day for her, but still being brought in with the hopes of doing well. Now it's going to be an interesting battle to watch. For death overs in control, spinner into the attack. Fielders are being expanded. What will Sukanti Sri do to score runs on the board? That is a sweep cover in position. Long on standing halfway. Deep square leg in position. There is a big gap at the deep mid wicket region, and there is a big gap at the point region. Squeezing it by beating the fine leg fielder. She chases down the ball. And that's a wonderful job. End of the day, it went for boundary. Lucky runs coming on here for Spark Cricket. That was good chase. She tried till the end but couldn't stop that going for boundary. But these are the cheeky attempts that a batter should do rather than going for the big shots. Just choose your battle where you're going to score runs on the board. Is it going to provide you a boundary, or is it going to provide you a breakthrough? Still trying to get things under control. And looking at the numbers so far being scored in this venue, Spark Cricket have scored 190s and 170s that easily in this tournament. But 150s are being considered as winning numbers in this tournament, especially in this track that is being used for this tournament. We spoke a lot about this track in the power play. It's still fresh. It will be fresh throughout the day. And this entire tournament is going to be conducted in this venue. Every day the pitch will be perfectly maintained. Watering will be done. Oh, wonderful delivery. Just front or back confusions for the batter. Whether to step out or to go behind. Anywhere you have to find your battle. 4 dot balls in this over. This is going to be a costly over. A wonderful over from Anita coming to honor. Just 4 runs coming off the over. 122 for 3 after 60.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine.
Ronin Radhika on strike, and Yuvashri to bowl her final over. So far 1 for 15 in her 3 overs. She's been one of the pickup bowlers today. Just bowling on with the same discipline. Starts off with the dot ball. Now every dot ball is going to be a costly sign. Your minimum contribution should be 1 and the maximum should always be 6 from here. Mid off inside the circle. Could Ronin Radhika use that as a loophole? No chance of going for single shot fielder. I think Yuvashri is trying to get that leading edge from Ronin Radhika. She's having a point field as close as possible. expecting the batter would get some leading edge if they tried to play it at the mid-off region. Good approach, good placement over there. Chances for the second run, and they're coming back for the second run. Wonderful running between the wickets. His run rate is going down 7.52. There were times when we've seen this going over 8.88. But yeah, few boundaries could take them under control. Cheek is single over there. Now will surely be trying to approach for a big shot. Shukanteshri. I saw her basement. I saw her back lift. I'll say this is a proper base for six hitting to go for the big shots. And straight away, mid-off have been placed behind. Good use of the feet. Oh, these were extra runs. She should have kept her hands in control. That offered them extra runs. These runs are going to be a big pressure. Look at that. But these kind of approaches should be appreciated. She's playing positive cricket, Yuvasri. So far 5 runs coming off this over. 128 for 3. With one more to complete this over, the run rate is slowing down. They have to find ways to score runs on the board. Entire offside is inside the 30th circle. They have more space to score runs on these regions. So is the call from the batter, and they're running back for the second run. Good running between the wickets. Look to end the over. That's 129 for 3.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest. Because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single.
Wonderful spell from Yuvasri came to an end by the previous over. 4 overs, 1 for 22. She's one of the pick of the bowlers, the queen of Kollihills today. Along with Yuvasri, there have been quite good performance from Jayavashni. Priya was not given another over after getting that first breakthrough, shuffling 6 bowlers in the middle. Steps out and goes straight. Excellent flow of bat. Will be getting a single, but was a good stroke anyway. Now 150 is looking out to be a tough choice from here. There were times when we spoke about 180s and 170s. They were 89 in the first 10 overs. I'll say this is a good comeback from Queen of Kollihills. After the first 10 overs, she tried to step out. I think that's good awareness from the bowler. Look at that. Once the batter tried to step out, she straight away bowled it wider. This is going to be the question for batters. When it comes to death overs, how to approach the death overs mentally. Whether to go for the big shots like slog sweeps or whether to go for these kind of late cuts. The doublemint confusion sometimes puts the batters under pressure. And again, it's up to the kind of batter's mentality. When we take batters like Surya Kumar Yadav, they open themselves, giving that always having an option to play it at the fine leg and having an option to play it at the mid-wicket regions. And when it comes to batters like Hardik Pandya, they focus more on long off. So it's about your favorite region and your way of controlling the bowler. Bounding the first ball will also be an added advantage for them. Strong appeal from Anita. No chance of that being a dismissal. I think Anita have also given a good comeback. She have conceded 24 in her first 2 overs and just 7 runs in the last 10 balls. Good control. Queen of Kollihills are giving a strong comeback in this innings. As Spark Cricket were losing their momentum straight away. Couldn't see much of run rates getting increased. They couldn't find runs on the board. That's why it's always important to have a set batter on one end. Just 3 runs coming off the over, 132 for 3.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine.
Jayavashni back into the attack. 3 overs, 16 for 0. This is such an optimistic approach here from Queen of Kollihills. They've used spinners throughout the innings. They showed the right intent. They played for their strength despite of what the condition exactly offers. Stag usually have that skidding on nature, and that green grass is providing an extra bit of extra bounce. Despite of all these aspects, there will be something to purchase for every aspect of the game. It's about how you're going to provide your quality of cricket. But I'll say this was a wonderful comeback. Right from that dominant power play, 50 plus in the power play, 89 in the first 10 overs, now just 134 after 18 overs. It's pretty sure that Spark Cricket were 35 runs short from the way how they were expected to score runs on the board. Maybe this is because of that breakthrough happened at the right time. On the 15th over, we've seen that set batter dismissal. Gauri Satya have lost her wicket, and right after that the batters have found it difficult to bring that partnership or to set themselves in the conditions, especially Sukhanti Sri. She faced 18 deliveries but couldn't get that one convincing stroke that she was waiting for. Or trying something cheeky. A desperate approach to score runs on the board. This usually happens when you play in tricky conditions. You can't just go and express yourself. You have to spend some time. You have to get some positive intent. You have to get some early boundaries to set yourself in control. One more time, stepping out. Reaches the length of the ball but couldn't get much of elevation over there. Will be just a single. And this is such a brave attempt from Jayavashni. Just flighting the ball again and again. Not giving much pace to the batters. If you give much pace to the batters, they might go for big shots again. As the bails were flying down, and that is a soft dismissal. Nobody had expected that would be a dismissal, but Jayavashni got her wicket, the first wicket for her name. Look at that, she tried to cut it away, and that inside edge, the ball took its own time to hit the bails. That's wicket number 4, 135 for 4. Ronin Radhika, the batter, being dismissed. Udisha, the new batter, 135 for 4, Spark Cricket. Just 3 runs coming off this over. Jayavashni ends it up as a wonderful spell. And one more opportunity, gets another one, back-to-back wickets. And Udisha came in, stepped out, but couldn't make much difference in the game. Walking back to the pavilion again. And Jayavashni completes her spell with wonderful figures of 2 for 19 in 4 overs. This was that dismissal. Wicketkeeper took her own time. And Udisha almost way out of the batting crease. 135 for 5 it is. 19 overs completed. Jabishi, the new batter, in at number 7. Spark Cricket last over with Jnanapriya with the ball. Steps out and goes over the bowler's head, but couldn't go over the bowler's head as it is a soft dismissal again. Jnanapriya gets another wicket. Just taking back a look at that slow and flighted delivery. Couldn't reach the length of the ball, but she wanted to go for the big shot, but that couldn't get the much elevation that she was looking for. One more wicket, 135 for 6, as Sukanti Shri has to depart.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats.
.135 for 6. As a new batter, Anupriya walks into the crease in at number 8. The job will be pretty simple. Just try to score as much as possible, but with a sensible manner. If the ball deserves 2 runs, go for 2 runs. If the ball deserves 4 runs, go for 4 runs. Whatever comes right from here is going to be useful for them to fight on in the second innings. Last 5 balls, that's going to decide what's going to be the end total of this quarterfinal number 2. The winner of this game is going to be promoted for semi-finals. Keeping that in mind, Anupriya should also try for going for singles, trying to maximize it for 2. Continues to bowl Anupriya. With a flighted delivery, slots it. Couldn't get much elevation over that. Misfield offers some extra runs on the board. Straight away got off the mark with those 2 runs, Anupriya. That moves the scoreboard to 137. There is still a possibility of 150. 13 more runs required. And field positionings are going to be the crucial factor for Anupriya. Square leg outside the circle. Short mid wicket, short fine leg. That's high in the air. One more time. Similar kind of dismissal. One more onto the hands of the Anupriya. Gets another one. 3rd wicket for the bowler. And Anupriya's intent to go for the big shot went in vain. The batting lineup gets collapsed here for Spark Cricket. 137 for 7. Anupriya walks back to the pavilion.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about.
Avantika, the new batter, highest runs 54. So there are plenty of batters out there. This term of tailenders or lower middle order batters or the pure batters, context is changing in women's cricket. All the 11 cricketers are having decent battings. It provides a lot of space for the top order batters to perform. Full toss delivery, this time goes over the bowler's head. Will be fetching a single straight away. Avantika gets up the mark. That brings Jabishi on strike. 3 wickets for Jnanapriya. 2 of them came down in this over with a similar fashion. Pace matters a lot. She's not giving much pace to the batters. If you want to go for the big shots, you have to get your own power. She's not at all providing the pace that you're looking for. I think that's the strength of Jnanapriya. Look at that. You have to wait for the ball, and you can't go straight over the bowlers. Just try to play it as quiet as possible since the ball is slow. So for 4 runs coming off this over, 139 for 7. The possibilities of 150 is mathematically not possible from here. 3 for 24 from Jnanapriya. Last ball of the first innings. Steps out and goes over the bowler's head, catches the call that beats the fielder, and that ends up as a boundary to end the first innings. 143. Good shot from Avantika to get the boundary. Look at that. That's a good extension of arms that made her to beat the fielder. An excellent stroke making. 143 for 7 is the end score for Spark Cricket at the end of 20 overs. Been a good start for them at the beginning of the innings with Srinidhi and Gauri Satya. Built up the partnership well. They have provided 86 runs together for 10 overs. But once Srinidhi gone, the wickets have started falling on the other end. Except Sukanti Priya, the rest of the batters couldn't score much runs today. Gauri Satya was the batter to look out for today. 60 runs, 42 balls, 10 boundaries. The number improved with her performance, and when it comes to bowling attack, we've seen plenty of spinners taking things under control, especially in Jnanapriya's 3 wickets, 2 in the final over. Jayavashni's 2 wickets, 19 for 2, just 19 runs with an economy of 4.75. UST 22 for 1, she bowled really well today. And rest of the bowlers with Natila Pari, Anita and Dashana have contributed their best, with spinners dominating throughout the innings. 144 is the target here for Queen of Kollihills. They did really well in the second half of the first innings, and they have to continue with that momentum in the second innings too to chase down the target and promote for the second semi-finals.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, fingerless is something that you'll always need. And do visit Brand Sports to get the best of fingerless bats. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, fingerless is something that you'll always need. And do visit Brand Sports to get the best of fingerless bats. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, fingerless is something that you'll always need. And do visit Brand Sports to get the best of fingerless bats. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless ton bats back in action just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality velour. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need. And do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality velour. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need. And do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality velour. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need. And do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality velour. So let's just check how's the ping on these. standing here, I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S, ton bats, back in action, just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S, ton bats, back in action, just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started
(144) the target required to win the game. Queen of Kollihills to promote themselves to the semi-finals. Not going to be an easy game for them, as this team have never lost any game. So anytime they know how to come back stronger. Patrick at 143. Despite of getting a good start from the openers, 89 in the first 10 overs, they couldn't continue with the same momentum. Just 54 of the last 10 overs was not the right brand of cricket that they would have expected. Some 20 to 30 runs short. Ideally it would be some 160s or 170s. That's something that's been going out of their control. with the similar kind of revolutions with the ball from spark cricket too. As we've seen, spinners have did a spectacular job in the first innings. As the openers came in, Utisha, the new ball bowler, she's with the ball to begin this innings. Jai Shivashri and Yuvashri are the openers. Yuvashri did spectacular job with the ball. Now she is with the bat too, taking up the responsibility as a skipper in both innings. Trying to push the fielders in position, having a third woman in position, and deep square leg in position. Rest of the fielders standing inside the 30th circle. Offside have been set, entirely attacking. Could start to begin things off, inviting the batter to go for the cover drive. Udisha is setting herself with a plan, as this field positioning gives you a clarity on where the bowler is going to bowl. Third woman in position and fine leg in position. So there have been possibilities of using the green grass, that extra bounce factor. She might be trying to bowl the bouncers and back of front deliveries. It goes away. And along with it, they're having a cover point, extra covers mid off inside the circle, fully covered offside and partially covered onside. So anyway, it's going to be something that's going to invite you for the cover drive or something that's going to push you into the back foot. That's how her field positioning will support her. With a slight bit of movement with the ball. It's a brand new white ball. Good throw from the fielder. Brand new white ball from MCC. Been having a little bit of movement early in the innings when you use the pacers in control. In the first innings, we've seen Queen of Kollihills used a lot of spinners in the power play. At one end with the pacer Dashnan, on the other end with plenty of spinners shuffling. So if your strength is moving on with the fast bowlers, you're having a swing bowlers, there have been a bit of support. Since this being an open ground, the wind support will always be there for the swing bowlers. Strong shouts. Couldn't convince the on-field umpires. The biggest strength of batting second in a day game is you know what needs to be done and you know how the condition exactly reacts. So you're going to apply calculated risk and what needs to be done. Played it through the covers. Couldn't pick the gap, but the positioning looks out to be perfect. The batter staying still, with eyes were level to watch the ball. I think what's most inspiring in the first innings batting is the openers had slight bit of discipline with the way how they approached the power play. Waited for the loose deliveries to attack. I think they could take a gamble of adding a slip fielder in position, having slight bit of movement. This will add on a bit of mind games in control. Oh, Misfield offers them a single. Good running between the wickets. Just that one loophole where Jaishi took that single. End of first over, 5 for no loss. Good start from Queen of Kollihills.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action.
Shikantrishi with the ball. Took some time to play good innings. Couldn't contribute much with the strike rate. Now she's with the ball to contribute her side. 139 runs required of 114 to win the game. Since this being a quarterfinal, we've seen what happens if a top order batters lose their wickets. Though they had a good start, though they had a wonderful opening stand, the middle order had collapsed unexpectedly. So the condition will never offer anything for the new batters. It's always important for any one of these batters should play throughout this innings. Though it's just 139 required to win this game, if wicket starts falling, it will keep on falling. That needs to be kept in control. They have to speak to each other. I'm going to take on the control part, you take on the attacking part. Same field positioning, having a third woman and deep fine leg in position. This seems like skipper's approach or the coach's approach. They're going out with the same game plan. It's two pace attack. Paces bowling from both the ends, Spark Cricket Foundation. Just trying to extract that outswinger. Look at the release point of Sukhanti. It's impressive to watch out for. With the way how she releases the ball. It's naturally giving a space for outswinger. Maybe with the first delivery I might be getting over surprised with the kind of release. But you got to look at the release point where she's giving some clues to the batters. Look at that. This is even much impressive as both the bowlers were bowling onto the same regions, inviting the batters with a cover drive, expecting the ball to get some thickish outside edges, having third woman in position. But what's still surprising thing is they could add on a slip fielder in position, taking some gamble. It's not about this game plan will surely get that edge, but if you have a slip fielder in position, that will confuse the batter's mindset. Why does she is having a slip fielder? What is the game plan? What are they thinking about us? So that mindset will push the batters under pressure. They start overthinking. Cricket is all about just playing mind games with your opposition. Just manipulate the mindset of the batter. Don't set himself in the comfort zone. Don't let himself to see the gaps. Make him to think what you are thinking. Sorry, make her to think on your thought process. This was something that needs to be changed in the cricketing arena. As everything is changing, we've seen the booming of women cricket for the past couple of years, which provides a lot of opportunities for many girls in India from all the nook and corners of the country to get some opportunities to play. We've seen many cricketers from many different regions, not just from the Tier 1, Tier 2 cities, even from the rural backdrops, we've seen cricketers coming. 5 dot balls on the cards with the same ball again and again, not even giving small space for the batters to score runs. Been playing some positive cricket here, Sukhanti. One more to complete this over. Looking at the single that she was looking for, that's a maiden from Sukhanti. 5 for Nolas after 2.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started...
Continues to bowl with Disha. Moves a bit in. In the previous over, we've seen her moving the ball away from the batter. Now it's moving inside. As you can see, the clear signs of variations from Odisha. And this ball is providing that values. Look at that. Look at that. There you could see the movement coming on. And this is going to be a two-way pace attack for sure. The traditional way of approaching the bowling. Given a bit of width, but couldn't put the gap. They've been getting a single for that. Trying to get things under control. Queen of Kollihills. Different land, different brand of cricket, different weather obviously. These are all the aspects that's going to add a lot of pressure for them. But despite of all these aspects, look at that. Slight a bit of variations. She was expecting that to be an incoming delivery this time. But Udisha is just bringing up the right variations, measured variations, all of them. Look at that. A bit of moving away. Impressive bowler. I'll surely go with the slip fielder. I'll take the gamble if I were there. Just placing it full of control. I think there have been a different brand of cricket with the way how they approach T20 cricket comparing to Queen of Kollihills. Spark Cricket Foundation have started finding aerial routes in the power play. We've seen a couple of shots over the mid-off fielder's head. I think that brand of cricket is missing here. This is because they know what needs to be done. Strong shouts. She's looking confident. But the on-field umpire is still taking his own time to get up with the decision. They couldn't convince the on-field umpire. Taking back a look at that appeal. It's pretty closer to the blade, but the on-field umpire knows the clear vision of it. Another wonderful delivery to complete the over. Just 2 runs coming off this over. 7 for no loss, Queen of Kollihills.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this.
Swing and a miss continues up towards Kanteshri. This may be because of they know what needs to be done. While batting for Spark Cricket Foundation would have had 200 in their mind, 220 in their mind. So in power play they try to maximize a lot of runs. They showed a lot of intent. But when it comes to Queen of Kollihills, they know what needs to be done. The target is less than 150. Maybe which gives them a bit of relaxed mindset, not showing much of intent in the power play. And on the other hand, we've seen the fast bowlers doing really well. Both the bowlers were moving the ball well. So they're taking careful measures. They know if the wicket starts falling, it will keep on falling. So keeping that in mind, Queen of Kollihills for taking some calculated risks. But I think boundary in a regular interval of time is pretty much important. If you keep on giving a lot of dot balls to bowlers, they'll start adopting more positivity. Dot ball after dot ball improves the caliber of a bowler. This is going to set them well in the conditions. Don't let the bowlers to set. To make that happen, you have to score boundaries in a regular interval of time. This is quite good under control. So far the batters were in back foot. I think that is going to impact the game. Continues out to bat. Kollihills and Jai Shivashree 3 of 9. Not the kind of start that they would have expected, despite of the target being not much tough. Speaking about the spin attack, we've seen a lot of spinners starting from the power play with the new ball. Now it is going to be a different approach. Has the power play been dominated by the pacers? Maybe they'll be bringing the spinners once the power play gets completed. We've seen left arm spinners onto the pack. The controlled over, same field positioning. It seems like an organized side where they're having a similar pattern of field positioning, not spending much time on thinking about the field positioning. Just bowling onto the right field positioning, having a third woman, deep fine leg. Ball after ball, inviting the batter for the cover drive. It's quite good under control, no chance of going for single. One more dot ball, just single run coming off this over. 9 for no loss after 4. Queen of Kollihills.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how.
Continues to bowl Udisha, her third over it is. Seems like how the skippers used to use Deepak Chahar. He used it to bowl 1, 3, 5 and 7. Similarly, you've seen Udisha bowling 1, 3 and 5 now. Still both the batters were staying reluctant to score runs on the board. Not trying to attack the bowlers, letting them to go with the same flow. Batters should take some effort to unsettle the bowlers. But as of now, it's not happening. Queen of Kollihills were losing control over these bowlers. Udisha especially, she knows how to invade the stumps and she knows when to invade the stumps. That matters a lot for any cricketer. Those incoming deliveries or specialities of Udisha, at the same time she knows how to bowl an outswinger. Have a gully fielder in position to avoid the strike rotation. As you've seen, Yuvashri and Jai Shivashri try to rotate the strike at the third woman region. Now to protect that, they're having a gully in position. Pure attacking cricket here from Udisha. The surprising thing is she's still trying to go on to that region. You're having a gully in position, you're still trying to slide it towards the third woman region. That's not the right way to approach. Though you have to stick on to the basics, the times are changing. The women cricket is being considered but the same as it is being considered as men cricket, so everything will be expected. The brand of cricket, the baseball approach, the attacking intent, the numbers keep on increasing. So there should be some positive intent by the batters rather than just sticking on to the basics, as this is adding up a lot of pressure. Look at that. Udisha is gaining a lot of positivity. She's been bowled 2.4 over just 7 runs conceded. For every in-swinger and out-swinger, there have been a proper respect given by the batters. These are all not the right signs of building up a proper innings. There should be proper swing of bat from Yuvashri. Still, we couldn't see much of intent being offered. With one more to complete this over. We've seen a maiden over from Sukanti Sri. Now this is going to be another maiden over. Played it through the covers. And they're still showing some hesitant to go for that single. One to end the over. That's 5 overs, 10 for no loss.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats.
Continues to bowl second is 2 bowlers for 6 overs of power play. Swinging number. Such a power-packed bowling performance here from Spark Cricket Foundation, despite of whatever happened in the first innings. Interesting stuff to watch out for with the way how they're approaching this game. We've seen 3 to 4 bowlers in the power play from Queen of Kollihills. The difference is nothing is going to be a winning formula as long as you adapt it perfectly. I'll say Queen of Kollihills have did spectacular job with the ball, despite of them conceding a lot of runs in the power play. Their approach of bringing up spinners even in the death overs have been impressive to watch out for. Similarly, Spark Cricket Foundation have their own type of game plan. That's why I mentioned it early in the innings. Stack Cricket ground offers something for all the aspects of the game. You have to be disciplined, you have to be consistent. As a fast bowler, as a top order batter, as a spinner, you'll be having something to purchase in this venue. Trying to rotate the single over there. 11 for no loss. The quad run rate is already 9.17, which is not going to be a healthy sign for them over the course of this game. It's going to be a pressure when they continue to bat in this fashion. In power play, if you couldn't score runs, post power play, it's going to be even much pressure. I'll see a lot of soft hands coming in control. So it's not just about the techniques. Everyone plays the cover drive, everyone plays the top hand cricket, everyone plays the straight drive. What matters the most is learning all these techniques. You should know when to implement and how to implement all these techniques. If he doesn't know how to implement these techniques, it's going to be pressure. Now all these batters know how to play cover drive, know how to defend the ball, but you should know when to defend the ball. That matters a lot. Now it's adding up a lot of pressure on them. They started swinging the ball. So your mind should decide what needs to be done. You need runs, you have to go for runs. Don't play book cricket. Book cricket is not going to help in a long term. Find ways to score runs on the board. Be innovative and be brave to face challenges. Good use of the wrist, and the placement looks out to be perfect. She wanted that second run. Jai Shivashri shows proper intent and a wonderful running between the wickets to end the power play. Just 3 runs coming off this over. End of power play, 13 for no loss.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need. And do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel
Spectacular view of the Star Cricket Ground. Kavi Bharati, the new bowler. Change of bowler here, third bowler in the 7th over. 13 Finola so far. Still no signs of any intent. Power play have completed just for words. The fielders have been still placed in the same regions. Same third woman, same deep fine leg, rest of the fielders inside the circle. As long as the batters start scoring boundaries, this is going to be the field positioning. Now what's the pressure is they couldn't rotate the strike since the fielders are inside the 30th circle. Speaking about textbook cricket have evolved a lot, especially with the T20 format, whether it's organic or it is killing the environment of the game. That's going to be a different topic, but end of the day, this aspect of the game especially is providing a lot of opportunities for young cricketers and providing great platforms to shine. Speaking about that, we've seen a century from a young cricketer in IPL. A 14-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi has scored century for Rajasthan Royals. Now imagine the kind of opportunities that it provides in the game. A 9th standard boy is scoring a century in one of the biggest tournament in the country. So that kind of opportunities is being segregated in modern day cricket. This is because of the evolution of T20 format, that's for sure. So if cricketers use the opportunities perfectly, this is going to add a lot of impact in their career. Whether they should come out of this textbook cricket. And also there were times when this famous saying used to be that only 15 members could be selected for Indian cricket team. So if you want to be a cricketer, there will be a lot of competition. Of course, there is the competition, but the opportunity is increasing nowadays. Ever since the beginning of IPL, now you have 10 IPL teams. 10 IPL teams need 20 at least cricketers from each side. When you cut down the 8 overseas slots, at least 12 to 15 Indian cricketers were given opportunities. Cheeky attempt from the batter. A little bit of misfield, chance for the second run. They're running back for the second run. We were not given much opportunities to use the replay, but this is how it happened. Speaking about the opportunities, obviously there will be only 15 cricketers to be selected for the nation, but imagine the wide of opportunities. Now there is this IPL, women IPL, there is this TNPL. Every state has its own cricket premier leagues. Every state provides its own cricket competitions. Despite of just cricket associations, the involvement of corporate have obviously spoiled a lot of virginity of the game, but still it gives a lot of space for the game to evolve. It gives a lot of space for the young cricketers to prove themselves. Imagine if it is Indian cricket, you would have never seen someone like Vaibhav Suryavanshi that easily to be landed. This is because of the kind of platforms that is being set. Tournaments like Indian Premier League, tournaments like state Premier Leagues, and certain tournaments like Iron Lady that is providing the value for cricketers to prove themselves, to shine well in these kind of opportunities where this digital adaptability provides them to live stream everything. That entire world could see this game. So the opportunities are very wide. Club crickets are there. So you will be playing for any clubs and you will be earning money. Your life will be settled. So as a cricketer, there is plenty of opportunity now. Ever since the involvement of corporates becoming team owners. So this is going to be like football, where the clubs have started ruling the game. That's going to happen for cricket too in India. Picks the gap and no fielder standing in deep. Wonderful stroke making. This is something that they've been waiting for and finally got off. Beautiful shot. Just got into the back foot. Look at that. Played it as late as possible and got a first boundary, Yuvashri. This is a warm welcome to Tejashwini. Why this matters the most is if the corporate starts to involve in club crickets, winning the tournament, it's going to be their pride. And if one spinner could make that happen, they'll buy that spinner at any cost. Even if he is a rural spinner, even if he is not a professional level cricketer, they'll try to hire that cricketer and give him the opportunity. So that is going to happen. With full of hopes, the cricketers should evolve themselves. What is in demand that they should always read. There are many conventional spinners out there, but very rare Rashid Khans out there in India. So the demand. Oh, that fell short of the fielder. Should have been a catch opportunity, but fell short of the fielder. Taking back a look at that. Wonderful release points from Tejashwini. Look at that, it fell short. And yeah, continuing with what we're speaking about. So at any cost, what is in demand will always be given more money. Not just about money, but for the society's perspective, you should also make some money through cricket. It is going to help you out in that aspect. So it's always important to learn the basics to improve your unique qualities. There are many conventional spinners. If you follow the same path, you will be on a big queue. But if you build some unique qualities, if you bowl like Rashid Khan as a leggy, you will be given more opportunities. If you bowl like Noor Ahmed as a left-arm Chinaman, you will be given more opportunities. Because these aspects are very less in India, so you can stand out easily. That unique factors must be built in. That's going to help you out for a very long career. Dot ball to India, that's 25 for no loss. Security, the coach is sitting over there. It's hot and humid conditions. But this place is showing some shadows, some mercy to them. But apart from that, the cricketers were actually facing it tough. It's not easy to play the brand of cricket at this level of hot and humid conditions. But that's going to build a lot of stamina for them. In future, they'll be playing test crickets, 5-day crickets, ODIs. For that, you must have that stamina. This is an expensive over. 8 runs coming off this over with one more to complete. 7 runs coming off this over. Oh, that's clean ball. Cleaning her up. First breakthrough is there. Kavi Bharati brings up the breakthrough. Trying to play it cheek at the final leg region but couldn't get the connection that she was looking for. Look at that. She was never expecting that to be a Yorker. 27 for 1, Queen of Kollihills.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries.
"28 for 1. Kavi Bharati continues to bowl. New batter Jayavashni in at number 3. Queen of Kollihills. Spectacular cricket. Good fighting back here from Smart Cricket Foundation. Not even conceding a single run easily. You want to score run, earn the 1 run. Will never concede runs that easily. That's the kind of field positioning. That's the kind of attitude that they're having. It's not easy to win all the 6 games in league phase unless you have such champion attitude. Swing and a miss. Strong shots from the wicket keeper. She's trying to play her own gamble in the middle. And that looks like an interesting battle to watch it for. Look at that previous appeal from the wicket keeper. This was the delivery. Swings. I think that is a healthy gap. Could also see some two-paced bounce here. You cannot judge the bounce perfectly. Good running between the wickets. He straight away getting off the mark with that single, Jayavashni. But the required run rate is already 10.30. Jay, Shivasri and Jayavashni, they should try hard to keep up the momentum. So far no signs of any spinners. The revolutions are being done by the pacers. Not with the ball but on the game. Full toss, and that's punished at the gap as the fielder chases down the ball. Maybe just a single. Good stop from the fielder. Good cricket all round. This was the previous shot. Look at the way how she covers the ground. Excellent work. Saves 3 runs for her side.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest.
Sahana, the new bowler, that continues to bowl. She's the one who's bringing up the revolutions in the game. The rest of all were the pace bowlers. But try to deliver 9 runs conceded in her first over. I think any of these bowlers must be taken in control. Taking the loose bowlers, taking the secondary bowler rather than focusing on the frontline bowlers will help them score a lot of runs, but the field positioning have been perfect. The condition still offers something for the spinners. We have 2 more T20 matches to be played in this condition. The wickets still acts the same. Couldn't see much of changes in these conditions unless you play 3-day or 4-day games. It's going to be the same for 2 to 3 days. Wow, we will be ending up the tournament. Iron Ladies season number 8. The big finals will be on May 1, 2025. Next bit of turnover that the ball is in good control. She's trying to turn the ball towards the batter. (112) required of 62 balls. This is going out to be more challenge. Just 33 in the first in. In fact, 34 for 1 after 10 overs. Now you need 110 to win in the next 10 overs. Queen of Kollihills 34 for.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players.
Good celebrations over there, as that's another wicket falls over there. Kavi Bharati gets another one. Couldn't resist with that. Queen of Kollihills losing one more at the most crucial phase. 34 for 2.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow.
Darshana Raghupati, the new batter, in at number 4. Swing and a miss. Couldn't get much connections over there. Darshana Raghupati was a pacer. She know how the condition exactly reacted to her as a bowler. Now she have to assist with the same conditions to bat on. They need a big partnership along with good run rate, as the required run rate is not in their control. 11.38 is the required run rate. Speaking about showing the intent in formats like T20 cricket, the evolution is much more important at any format of the game. There were times when 180s and 190s considered to be good total in a 60 overs format. Now in a T20 format, 180 and 160 is not a secure total. That's the kind of evolution we've seen. A wonderful footwork, wonderful placement. Got off the mark straight away with that single. Seems like a quality batter, Darshana Raghupati. But one shot shows the quality. Look at her footwork. Reaches the length of the ball. Excellent stroke making. But despite of all these things, footworks, elbows, head position, by having all these techniques, how you're going to add value to these techniques? By scoring runs, by winning games. If that is not happening, techniques are not going to help you out. If this reality hits hard at some point of time, cricketers will start playing well. Swings and gets the connection better, will be just a single. 11 overs completed, 37 for 2.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly.
37 for 2. Kavi Bharati continues to bowl her 4th over it is. Bit of bottom hand domination coming on to play. It's not Kavi Bharati. Couldn't get much control over that. As they've been setting up the batters for their own field positioning, they're setting up some field positioning, and they're bowling according to that. That eventually going out as a dot ball, one after the other. Look at that. Continues to bowl Sahana SP. 3rd over it is for her. Speaking about the evolution of cricket in India, right from that set of mindset when Sunil Gavaskar scored some 40 odd in 175 balls to scoring 170s in 40-50 balls, that's the kind of mindset that they've been adopted. You could clearly see that kind of evolution in modern day cricket too. That doesn't mean you have to start from the times of 70s, from slow innings to big innings. There have been an evolution. There have been generation of Kapil Dev, there have been generations of Sachin, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Virat Kohli, and now this is generations of Suryavanshi. So that evolution have fed us a lot of inputs on how to approach a T20 cricket. That they need to keep things under control. Still 100 more runs required in just 9 overs is not going to be the right way of approach. Queen of Kollihills had a right opportunity to pack this game in 15-16 overs. But we didn't see much of intent over there. On the other hand, Spark Cricket Foundation have also given top quality bowling performance throughout the innings. Follows 41 for 2. 41 for 2. Last 8 overs in control. 12.88 is the required run rate for Queen of Kollihills. Avantika, the new bowler. Swings and plays through the covers, but couldn't beat the 30-yard circle fielders. That's the problem here with the Kollihills batters, as they pick the gaps, but they couldn't make it as a boundary. That conversion ratio is very, very low here. Avantika, the new bowler. Look at the release point. It's a high arm release point. Swing and a miss. I think loosely releasing balls are bouncing a lot, and if the bowler is intentionally pushing it, it's not bouncing well. And there have been a two-way nature is also that stepping out or moving across, any kind of movements will help the batters to score runs on the board. I think breaking the grammars will also work at this point of time. You're almost out of this game. If you want to come back stronger, just break the grammar. Another one, swing and a miss. Another one under control. Avantika. This pace battery is impressive to watch out for. As Spark Cricket Foundation are having wonderful pacers in control, in swingers, out swingers. Just ball after ball bowling at the right regions. I think discipline is something that adds a lot of value to any cricketing sides. On that note, you could see Spark Cricket Foundation. The bowlers were having sort of discipline. The ratio of doing mistakes is very, very, very low. This comes out of regular practice and compassion and temperament on understanding the game. This you've seen with the partnerships that they made also. Never got carried away with the boundaries, played with still head. And now with the ball, never got tempted to invade the stumps, just bowling for their field positioning. Quick singles, cheeky singles. This was required at this point of time along with a couple of boundaries. But still out of their control. Just 3 runs coming off this over. Queen of Kollihills should try some ways to score runs on the board. Dot ball to end the over. That's 44 for 2.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single.
Dot ball in control. Jayashree, the new bowler. Current run rate 3.38, required run rate 14.85. That shows the kind of pressure, but 99 of 40 is gettable in modern day cricket. But I don't want to put a lot of pressure on these young cricketers, but they have to learn on pasting a T20 format perfectly. What needs to be done while chasing, what needs to be done while batting first, and what kind of approach is required for the power play, what kind of approach is required for the middle overs. Everything needs to be kept in control. This comes out of experience for sure. They'll be getting a lot of learning in this game from both the sides, especially for Queen of Kollihills, how to show intent on chasing. That will help them a lot to cope up with the pressure. Because I thought it's going to be gettable. They've conceded a couple of runs in the first 10 overs and then they restricted the opposition from scoring runs. 144 was gettable, but somewhere Queen of Kollihills couldn't reach that number. Half credits to Spark Cricket Foundation too. They've been doing spectacular job throughout this game. Every bowler of them were bowling really well. Top quality bowling performance. Power pack Spark Cricket Foundation are marching their way towards a semi-final, it seems. And rather than looking out to win the game, they should play their normal cricket, normal brand of cricket. They should go with their own shots. That could at least reduce the equation a little low. One more dot ball over there. Just single run came in this over.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats.
Continues to bowl Avantika. Oh, slide out of movement as the batters couldn't reach the length of the ball. But I don't see much of impacts being applied, much of intent being shown on the ground. Despite of this being a knockout game, they don't have another chance to perform in this tournament. Queen of Kollihills were not at all showing any intent. Onto the pads, slight a bit of appeal from the bowler, but Avantika knows it's going down the leg. Impact itself is going down the leg. But anyway, that is something that usually cricketers do. Look at that. Impact down the leg. Good use of the feet from Dashna. 2 is the call from the batter as they are running back for the second run. Wonderful running between the wickets. For 2, Queen of Kollihills. The required run rate moves to 17 point something, which is almost ungettable. You need 3 sixes every over to reach that winning margin. Good use of the feet again. 2 is the call from the batter. That could never be the second run. Just be the single. Bit of positive intent among the batters, but that's not going to help them out as long as they start scoring boundaries. She's still leaving the ball, Jayashree, taking her own time in the middle to keep things under control. One more 10 is over. That's high in the air and finds a fielder. Wicket number 3 have fallen. Jayavashini's struggling innings finally coming to an end, and Avantika gets her first one. 49 for 3, Queen of Kollihills.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, fingerless is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of fingerless bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players.
Jayashree back into the attack. And Nakshatra, the new batter, in at number 5 for Queen of Kollihills. The pace from Jayashree that brings up 50 up here for Queen of Kollihills. 50 for 3 with just 5 overs in the game. 19.45 is the required run rate. Now Nakshatra to face at first ball. Couldn't get much control over the Nakshatra to face. Trying to play it through the covers. Positive intent here from Nakshatra. Trying it to play as straight as possible. Whatever the situation may be, whatever the numbers may be, beginning an innings is always going to be pressure for any batter, especially for these young batters. They have to adapt to these kind of pressures. They could take some time on the crease, but what should be important is they have to make sure that they are making it to be an big innings. As they're trying to keep things under control. That's high in the air, goes over the covers fielder as the fielder chases down the ball. Been a wonderful save at the deep. Saves a couple of runs for that, but that is a wonderful shot, cross-batted shot over the covers fielder. And Nakshatra straight away got off the mark with that shot. Look at that. If it had more pace, it would have gone for boundary. As Nakshatra used the pace of the bowler. It's just a single. Dot ball to end the over. That's 51 for 3.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports.
The 1 for 3 continues to bowl. I'll still say no intent have been shown. They play all the 20 overs idle. They never worried about the numbers. They never worried about the targets. They play their own brand of cricket. I think these are all the learning curves for these young cricketers. They played 6 games in this venue. This is one of those tough opponents where they have to fight against well. But the problem is whether you're winning or losing, you have to show some intent in the game. That intent is missing. That intent matters a lot. I think at this level of cricket, they have to be taught with these kind of intents. They have to be taught with how the intent should be shown. That if we are watching 14 years cricketers, 16 years cricketers are making it to the big stages. So this is already too late to understand the context of the game, especially if it is a T20 format. So yeah, it's been a quality cricket from Kollihills, but they have to show more intent, whomever the opposition may be, whatever the condition may be. There should be good fighting spirit. One more gets the good footwork, but that's not going to help you out in any aspect of this game. Taking her own time, Nakshatra. And it's also a tough chance for the new batters to take things under control. That's high in the air. And that's taken. One more wicket. Nakshatra this time again tried to go over the covers fielder but couldn't get the elevation that she was looking for. Disappointed Nakshatra walks back to the pavilion. It's wicket number 4. Take back a look at that. One more crossbar. It hits the bottom of the bat. And safe catch.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless.
Ashika, the new batter, in at number 6 for Kollihills. Good footwork, good head position. You cannot blame any single batter on this game, as all the other batters have batted in a similar fashion. There isn't any uniqueness and there isn't any intent from any of these batters. Darshana had a good footwork obviously, but end of the day, this is not at all contributing them to win this game. End of 17, it's 52 for 4.
guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow.
52 for 4. Mahintra, the new bowler, to bowl the 18th over of this game. Interesting leg game. Surprising thing is why she was not given opportunities. Clean bowl, that is. And that's been offered as a slightly short delivery. She tried to play it into the back foot but couldn't get the elevation that she was looking for. Look at that shape. Look at the release point. Excellent delivery to dismiss the batter. First wicket for her, Mahintra. That's 52 for 5. Kollihills, the new batter, is not having much of big numbers in this data. As you could see, the other teams, the Super Kings Academy, have started the training for the quarterfinal number 3, match number 2 of today's schedule. Oh, another one, another clean bowl. Back-to-back wickets here for Mahintra. This time, it's even much impressive to watch it fire as it just hits the bails. Just taking back a look at the delivery. Another flighted delivery. With wonderful revolution. Beautiful shape this have been from Mahintra. And Kollihills looking out to be clueless. Walking back to the pavilion. 52 for 6.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest. Because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And
that's interesting field positioning on hat-trick Mahintra. Netilapari, the new batter. There's beautiful view to watch out for. Short leg in position. Silly fielders in position on a hat-trick. That just moves away from its stride. Good control from Netilapari. But yeah, that's a positive cricket all round over there from Spark Cricket Foundation. They showed why they are one of the top quality sides of the tournament. Though they struggled in the first innings to score runs in the middle overs and death overs, they somehow managed that number. Oh, that goes over the bowler's head. Natilla Pari gets off the mark with that shot. As they're running back for the second run, wonderful running between the wickets. That eventually went out to be an interesting battle to watch out for. This gives more confidence for you as the captain, as a coach, as a fielding unit. The entire team has the champion attitude. Strong shouts, wonderful shape that this girl is having, Maitra. That high release point, the way how her wrist is releasing the ball. Not an easy one for every cricketer. Look at the release point. Beautiful release. This time through the covers. Two is the call from the batters. And Natilla Pari is coming back for the second run. Wonderful running between the wickets. 4 runs coming off the over. 56 for 6.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine.
Continues to bowl Jayashree. Mathematically, the match is over. That Spark Cricket Foundation are going to be selected for the semi-finals along with Hosur. That's how it is going. 2 more quarterfinals to be played here. The one between Super Kings Academy and Nellai Queens is going to happen in a couple of minutes, as both the teams were ready on the field. Trying to play it through the covers, couldn't get convincing stroke makings. This match is going to be a big learning curve for this side. They have to watch what went wrong, how they would have picked this victory. Gets off the mark with that single, Harshika. She's just keeping things under control. The 8 for 6. 86 run required to win this game, which is mathematically impossible unless or until some miracles happen. Quite good under control. This is impressive side. A lot of learnings from this side. Queen of Kollihills with the way how they performed. In fact, Spark Cricket Foundation, the way they batted, the way their openers batted, the way how their fielders throwed the ball. So much of direct hits from single stump view. That shows the kind of quality that they have with the game. Swing and a miss. Strong shots from the wicketkeeper. And no signs of umpires showing any signs of that being a dismissal. The 9 for 6. And it at the point direction couldn't get convincing singles over there. With just one more to complete this over. Have been power pack performance from Spark Cricket Foundation. A lot of learning for young cricketers out there with the way how they performed here. Good wrist work over there, just tourist the call from the batters, and they're running back for the second run. And there are 4 more teams waiting to perform here. 2 teams for the semi-finals have been confirmed. One is Sparks Cricket Foundation. We've seen them how they're performing, and Hosur have won in the previous game. We'll speak about it. 19 overs completed, 61 for 6.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just
Right into the last over, which is not going to impact this game anyway. Mindshot to continue 2 overs for her. Just for the blissful release point that she's having. A wonderful leggy to watch out for. Close fielders again. Starts off with the dot ball. She's using her height really well. The way how she releases the ball. She's bringing up a lot of revolutions with the ball. Look at that. That matters a lot. Surprising thing is why Mintra was not given much opportunities early in the innings. A wonderful leggy is being kept as an option. Another flighter delivery, swings and misses out. Natila Pari couldn't judge where she is bowling. Didn't see much of googlies out that she's bowling conventional leg spinners. That's Nelly. Team is waiting for the next battle. Quarterfinals, they'll be taking on Super Kings Academy. Nelly Royal Queens. Swing and a miss. One more time. She's not at all watching the ball. Look at the head position. She's just twisting her head before choosing the shot. Look at that. She's already tilted her head towards the mid-wicket region. That's high in the air. Fell shot of the fielder. Unnoted opportunity. Miscommunication leads to run out. Again, which is not going to impact the game anyway. 61 for 7. Queen of Kollihills. Sixty-one for 7. Lost ball of this quarterfinals. Right. Lost ball of the game. Mahintra with the ball. That's the end of this quarterfinals number 2, which is being won by Sparks Cricket Foundation in a comfortable way. They've been invited to bat first after losing the toss. 10 overs, 89 for no loss. From there on, the batting got collapsed in the middle overs and death overs. Somehow they managed to score 143 at the end of 20 overs. In response, Queen of Kollihills couldn't capitalize the momentum right from the beginning of the innings, ending up the innings 61 for 7 at the end of 20 overs. Couldn't see much of impactful performance with the bat from any of their batters. And with the ball, obviously, every other bowler being utilized or being used the opportunity really well. Udisha, Sugantha Kavibharati, especially 2 wickets for her name. Sahana, Avantika, 2 wickets. Jayashree, and at the end, Mahintra, a wonderful leggy, came in and picked up 2 important wickets at the crucial phase. And they pop back this game, won in style, and promoted for the semi-finals. That's the story of quarterfinals number 2. Sparks Cricket Foundation are winning the game and moving on by a difference of 82 runs to promote for the semi-finals.